welcome to Rainy Tuesdays, a podcast by friends for friends. Today I'm here with Adam
Hello.
and Yoana.
Hello.
What's up?
Not a whole lot, as per usual.
We'll take it.
I'm here. I got to use my hammock today, so
How was
That's
it?
exciting.
it was probably the last time I'll get to use it in a while, so it was good.
And it's getting chilly. It's getting to be fall. I'm excited. Yeah, I do want to say that I think this marks the official Joanna's a co-host.
The first time you're on without Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, I think this does it. So that's exciting. I'm not gonna write special guest Yoana in the description for this one. It's just gonna be normal.
Normal, yeah.
I'm honored.
All time. Yeah. Real quick, because I feel like it's a fitting discussion for the three of us. The newest season of Sex Education came out.
Yes, and it's amazing.
It's really good.
It's really good. I definitely watched it all in 3 days.
The newest season or the whole show?
The newest season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we had some friends that hadn't seen it at all, and they started watching, so I was wasn't sure if that was you, but
No.
it is, and it's probably one of my favorite shows.
It's really good. Yeah. Very fun. The perfect amount of drama. Because it's not like CW type of drama where it's and then this drug ring started and
and there's a serial killer on the loose. And
right.
I think they go to space maybe, or someone wants to go to space. There's some crazy stuff happens in that show.
Right, yeah.
But this is realistic, just how teens behave drama, which is
absolutely
far better.
And it feels educational the entire time. You're learning new things.
Yeah. Very sex positive show, which is good for the title being Sex Education.
And deals with a lot of gender identity issues and
absolutely.
just generally how people are viewed and discrimination and stuff. And
yeah,
so it is also real issues that aren't talked about.
And I think it's a very diverse cast, not only with sexuality but race and gender identity and stuff like that, but they're never preachy about it. They're never guys, we're a diverse show, look at us, we're doing it. It feels like real life because it's just a natural thing, and it's nice because I feel like that's a problem with some modern shows where they're and now this character's gay, congrats, we did it, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. But they don't do that in this one.
Shelley presented just as if everyone's a person and they're all just here, and they really never even talk about race. Isn't, they're not oh, look at us, diverse. It's just people are people, and they have their own backgrounds and religions and sexualities and everything, and just is what it is.
That's nice. Yeah, and it shows it all in a very realistic and not showy. It's not trying to no one is gay in the show to meet a quota, it's if they're gay and they have a story that relates to that, it's one that feels very human and not very I'm a girl and I kiss other girls. It's not Riverdale is what I'm trying to get over. And that's nice. Yeah.
You guys covered it all. It's good. I'm still on episode 3, or on episode. I just finished episode 2 of the 3rd season, so. But I'm loving it. They're in New Zealand, right?
I think they're in England.
They're in England.
Yeah.
Regardless, I want to move there. It looks I love the nature, just the color schemes in the movie.
That's all very nice. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, today we're gonna judge things. That's the whole podcast.
As we always do. You might be thinking, what's different this time? and the answer is nothing.
This time, it's structured judgment. So we're gonna take a few different topics and we're gonna do kind of like a this or that type of tournament. So we're gonna get like two options and then pick which one will move forward, and then that'll be against a different option, and that's how that'll go. So we're gonna start with animals. I found a generator that's like a spinner, and I didn't realize that the spinning would take so much time.
It's like a
Okay,
game
sheep.
show. Okay, sheep. Strong
Sheep
start.
versus I don't know. Oh my god. I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, sheep versus dolphins.
I feel like dolphins are the much easier answer, which makes you want to argue for sheep, but I don't know how.
Yeah,
Because you got dolphins.
I think dolphins kind of suck.
A strong opinion? Why is that?
Interesting.
Okay, they are just mean. People have noticed that they have some rapey behavior towards other
Well,
animals and towards humans too.
Yeah.
Um,
That's not uncommon in like nature.
Oh,
So
but have
I
you heard
wasn't-
of
I don't know if you can really say animals are rapey. 'Cause that
Well,
seems
yeah,
like
like
you need
it's
like a human conception of what consent is to judge that. But I have heard that dolphins, I don't know, there's like a sense of cruelty kind of behind some of their antics.
scientists call it like forced copulation, which is like a super like nerdy way of saying rape. Like it is rape. In like our minds, but it is like yeah, it's not a kind thing, and like ducks do it too, and it's like dogs do it sometimes, and it's like a whole time.
but sheep do it?
Google.
But also they like take I think it's puffer fish because when they like blow up, they release a toxin which gets them high. But which like, good for them. But they just like pass around this poor fish like all over the place. So they just seem selfish. They seem like the jocks of
Sure.
the school.
Interesting. What if I told you dolphins have like 3 hours worth of foreplay before like 30 seconds of sex?
Good time management. They know what to focus on.
Better, worse? I don't know.
I mean,
Since
I'm gonna have to hear a sheep statistic.
Yeah, I feel like we're not hearing any comparisons on what sheep are getting down and dirty to. So how can we
Sheep are in
possibly
Catan,
compare?
and I hate Catan. Sorry, Adam.
Already a bad mark to call it Catan when it's Catan.
I concur with Adam.
Okay, sheep are in Catan, and I hate Catan. Oh my god.
I don't think they're supposed to. There's a funny part about Catan is that no one calls the resources what they're supposed to be called, and I'm almost positive they're not sheep in the
What are
the
they?
official title of the resource. I think it's wool.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Which makes more sense as like a resource game, but it's a picture of a sheep, so you're gonna call it a sheep. But I think it's like that for every single resource, that the official name is not what everyone calls them.
Oh, totally.
So just fun part about the game developers, like, here you go, here's a list of resources. Someone's like, no, we're gonna call it whatever we want.
So that's another thing is like wool though. Like I'm sure we all have wool in like our clothing somewhere, maybe. Another thing is Cake has a really good song called Sheep Go to Heaven, Goats Go to Hell.
What did goats do?
They go to hell.
But why? Why have goats sinned? What did they do to deserve this?
I think it's a Bible thing. I think it's like
I think goats are like associated like the
with the
animal
devil.
of the devil, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So it's like sheep go to heaven, goats go to hell. And it's like, whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hear me out. One final point for why dolphins lose when compared
Okay.
Orcas are technically dolphins, and they're very brutal and kill sharks by like diving and hitting their stomach and then like eating out just their liver. Like
Oh God.
yeah.
I've seen some videos about orcas, like hunting animals, and they really like to just play with their food. Like
They're
there's this thing
Yikes.
they do with their tails where they'll take like, is it sea lions or seals, and they'll like launch them super far in the air, so they'll come down and die once they hit the water.
Mm-hmm.
and those are dolphins. Orcas are dolphins. So
I don't know. I think that's pretty cool.
Okay. Fair.
It
I
seems kind of
think
cool to be
that
like, I'm such a crazy hunter that I'm gonna do this utterly wild thing and still win.
yeah.
like
I get
I
I'd
guess a
rather
shark too, like a fellow hunter. What's a shark gonna do to an orca?
Sheep
Get
kind
out
of
of here.
smell bad.
this
You
is
smell the
true.
sheep? Yeah. They're kind of stinky.
They are. Is
I've
this
never
like
smelled a dolphin, but
would you rather be a dolphin or a sheep,
it's
or
just
would
which
you rather
one.
be around? Like I would
Oh,
rather
that's a
be
good
a
question.
dolphin, but I don't want to be around an orca.
Fair. I've swam with dolphins before. That
That
was
sounds so
fun.
cool.
It was cool. You like hang on to them and then they like it's fun. I'm sure it's not like an ethical thing. But you know what? It was cool for like an 8-year-old. But yeah, that's been my only experience. Um I don't know. I could be swayed either way, and I feel like y'all are split on it, and now I don't know who moves on.
I'm siding with dolphins. Whatever levels of not ideal things they might get up to, they're cooler than sheep.
You know
Sheep are
what?
kind of lame.
After all the hate I gave to dolphins, I would rather.
Are you
be a
voting
dolphin.
dolphins? Okay.
I mean,
Oh my god.
I'd rather be one than like a sheep, you know?
Yeah,
That's
I get
fair.
that. Okay. Dolphins versus spider monkeys.
Spider monkey.
I think dolphins are continuing.
I
Right?
don't.
Why are you discounting spider monkeys so fast?
Those
Bella
are like
from Twilight.
the little things, right?
The little
Oh my god, that
things.
is yeah. What's up, spider monkey?
That is, I gotta look up spider monkey because all I can think about is Bella.
They're like from Twilight, Adam. But
Ew.
it's the whole thing.
Why is this what they look like?
Yeah, they're pretty skinny, which is not what I expected.
I mean, yeah, because they're very limb forward,
I would be offended if Edward called me a spider monkey. Oh my god.
right?
Is this a
Imagine.
thing that happens in Twilight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Is it
it's
supposed
like
to be
romantic.
like a romantic?
He like wants to take her like jumping through the trees, and he's like, hold on tight, spider monkey.
Do we
Why
move
does anyone
spider monkeys
take
forward
Twilight
just because
seriously?
of Twilight?
No, I actually refuse to vote for that.
You know what, Margot? I will vote on spider monkey with you.
I'm
Fair
voting
enough.
spider
Fair
monkey.
enough.
Sorry, Adam. Oh man, yeah, spider monkeys.
I was thinking about this the other day about how cool it is to watch monkeys just swing around because it's so fluid of them like racing through trees, and I feel like spider monkeys are the epitome of that, and they just
Yeah.
zoom through stuff because
You gotta be.
I guess
They're
I
tiny
don't
little
know if I've seen a spider monkey, but I'm sure I have at a zoo. I've gone
Yeah,
to a few
probably.
different zoos, so
Yeah.
probably.
All right, crocodiles.
I vote crocodiles.
They're big old guys.
Are crocodiles the fat ones, or is that alligator?
Yeah. Actually, I think it's the opposite.
Yeah, I thought it.
I might be wrong on that,
thought-
but I'm pretty sure the one that looks like an A is a crocodile, and the one that's like square nosed is an alligator.
Deceptive.
Like 90% sure on that. Could be entirely wrong.
I think the death roll thing is really cool.
Oh yeah. No, that's. Have you ever like watched a video of it? It's.
Okay, I watched a video of there was an enclosure with a bunch of crocodiles, and the person who was like taking care of them like threw a chunk of meat, but this one crocodile mistook the other crocodile's arm for it, and he grabbed it and just started like doing the death roll. And the crocodile just like didn't have an arm afterwards, and just like looked at him and was like, "Dude, what the fuck? Where's my arm?"
Like so offended. Oh my god.
He like
That's
didn't react
awful.
aggressively. He just like looked at him and was like, "Dude, you just did that."
Jeez.
Oh man. Yeah, they're just dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're pretty much.
Yeah, right? Like,
And crocodiles are the skinny ones.
yeah.
The spider monkeys have nothing on them. Sorry, Bella.
No.
Yeah,
they
I
don't.
think
Sorry.
crocodiles are gonna be the spider monkeys.
Yeah.
I definitely was
Okay.
still mentally comparing them to dolphins. I feel like dolphins might beat them,
Mhm.
but against a spider monkey, what's that spider monkey gonna do?
Oh my god.
Oh, should we be pitting them to see who would win in a fight?
Ooh, interesting. Let me see what the next one is, and then maybe we'll do that, unless it's like a ridiculous thing.
Like a cat versus a crocodile.
It's kind of a ridiculous thing. It landed on camel.
I don't know. I bet a camel could beat a crocodile.
I don't know.
Aren't
Like,
crocodiles are kind of slow on land, right? Maybe they're not.
they can be fast. I think they're generally slow, but like they can like lunge, I guess, quickly.
Because I thought crocodiles were they're like trap animals almost. They like kind of
Yeah.
chill underwater and then lunge and snap. But
Yeah.
they don't like. Their main prerogative is not to like chase you.
No.
They like
Well,
grab
wouldn't that
you
be
and like
scary?
take you into the water,
Yeah.
and that's where they like.
And then they slam
you.
you around and drown you. And
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
And their camels live in the desert, so a lack of water, or the crocodile is just gonna die out.
Ooh, I think that's a great point. Is like who's getting home court? Like, you know, because I feel like that changes things. Like if a camel's in water, that's probably also not good for the camel.
What if it was? This is a weird reference, but I'm thinking of this TV show I watched when I was little called Bakugan, which is like, I don't know, like Beyblade, but there's like monsters instead of like little
Sure.
disc things. And they have like
Yeah.
arenas often, and the arenas will like half and half. So I'm picturing like, what if you have both environments next to each other in this stadium type? You got like your swamp and then desert, and they're meeting in
Yeah.
the middle, so they both have
Uh-huh.
their territorial advantage.
I like that. I like that.
I think the camel will lose, but
I do too. I just
feel
think
like the camel could like stomp in the crocodile's face.
I will say I think the camel would do better than people would like initially give it credit for, but I do still think it would lose. Because like some people have beaten crocodiles, right? And I feel like a camel is probably stronger than a person. And so it's like I do think they have like a chance, but I also think the people that beat the crocodiles were like very lucky and probably also like
from
I don't
Florida.
know, like I don't know how.
Yeah, they just live in
Likely.
Florida. That's how they were able to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have a camel question.
Okay.
Did you guys, I don't know if this is true, but did you guys grow up believing that the camel stored water in its hump?
Yeah.
Is that
true?
I think I read somewhere that it's not true, and that's why I want to
That's so sad.
I feel like I saw something about that recently as well, that it's not true, but I don't know what the humps are for.
Yeah, I always pictured them like little bags.
Oh,
That's so
okay. A
sad.
camel's hump does not hold water at all. It actually stores fat. But see, I grew up believing that's where it stored water.
Same. Why would they lie to
Were
us
we
about
lied to?
that?
We were lied to about that.
We were. It's kind of messed up.
That's kind of rude.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a whole generation of children just lied to.
I know. Like, what was the point?
I feel like
Why did you-
that's you can sum up the American school system like that, where it's like, why do we learn this if this is just wrong? And then it's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Typically, though, it's history.
Well,
it's not usually animal facts.
History's the obvious one to point to of like, that's just
Yeah.
blatantly not what happened. I don't know why we did that.
Mhm.
But even my girlfriend talks about it even in college where you have like a chemistry class, like an intro chemistry, and then you move to like biochemistry or whatever, like organic or whatever. And then
Sure.
they'll be like, everything we taught you in the previous chemistry class, wrong. This is what's actually true. It's like, well,
Imagine
why
taking more
bother?
than one chemistry class in college.
She minored in chemistry, so
Oh God. But yeah, that is upsetting. I do think I've heard that with some engineers too.
hmm I hear a
So
lot with
that's
physics that
a time.
you just learn wrong stuff, and then you get to the
Right.
next class, and it's like, yeah, what we taught you before, that's not how it works.
Like,
Even
what was
like,
the point?
yeah, why bother? Why not just be like, so this is how it works, but we'll add in like
Yeah.
the more complicated stuff later, but this is
Yeah.
still true. Why bother if like this is wrong and we're just gonna teach you
Right.
wrong stuff for a year?
Like it was like, did you guys ever have to learn like long division?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like I feel like it was logical to like learn that and then learn like quicker methods, right? Or like just whatever. But like like I always thought that like learning should be like that, where it's like if you're gonna like learn like something and then like learn a better way to do it or learn more about it or like whatever, like I don't know, but
I mean,
that's
I'm
not
sure there
how it
are
works.
aspects of that where you need to learn like a
Yeah.
simplified, maybe partially incorrect, but it is at least like building up to what's the real correct way to do it. But you have to know the basic steps first to get there.
Yeah. Whole time. I don't know. I'm sad about camels not having little like backpacks of water.
Me too.
That's
I'm
just.
sorry for breaking that to you.
I mean, I wish I could have lived in that lie. But I understand that we have to learn the truth sometimes.
Go back to believing that it stores water.
Ignorance really is bliss. Oh
Oh,
my
to live a
god.
life where you thought camels.
Oh
The
man.
younger, better days.
Honestly, that makes like the whole like camelback like that backpack brand that is just like a pouch of water on your back. Like, no, that's worthless. Oh man, the world is falling apart. Wait, who's winning though? Are we going crocodiles?
I thought we were going crocodiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camels no longer have a purpose if they don't store
I'm
water in
yeah.
their home.
I guess the thing with camels is they're just really efficient at their water use. So they don't really store a bunch of water at all. They're just really good at having some and then making that last a long time.
That's absolutely fair. Okay. Tarantula.
Ooh.
I don't think it would kill a crocodile.
But also, it could never get killed by the crocodile. Like, great defense system. It can just, like, climb away.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
I think tarantulas, if they weren't scary and spiders, would be kind of cute because they're like furry.
My cousin has a tarantula as a pet.
Do they only have one?
Yeah.
That's rare. I feel like most people I know who like have tarantulas have multiple.
My
Really?
aunt wasn't really for the first one to begin with, so
Oh yeah, so having like 10 would be a bad thing.
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
why?
that's fair.
I feel like one
I,
is a lot of tarantulas. Why are you going to get a bunch of tarantulas?
I agree. But like it's just something that I noticed. I mind you have only ever met maybe 3 people in my life who have like had tarantulas. So it's not a good sample size. To say like everyone like totally has more than one tarantula, but it's just these 3 people I know all have like lots, and it's like I don't know, couldn't tell you why.
Seems like a lot of tarantulas. I guess I don't know how long tarantulas live for, so maybe you
No
want
idea.
like fish where you want like a bunch because
Oh,
you want one fish. But that seems odd to do that with tarantulas. I don't know.
one
I
of them was
wouldn't
like
do
a
that,
bug
but
person though. Oh no, I wouldn't even have the one, but like one of them was like a bug person, like they really liked bugs and they wanted to study bugs.
They live 15 to 25 years.
it's a long time. I don't like that actually.
I really don't.
That's too long, I think. That's longer than a dog.
That's longer than some people.
That's the one my cousin has, I think, because it's a blue
Oh,
one.
God.
Mm.
I really
Definitely.
don't. Do you guys prefer like a big like a big spider where it's like
Mhm.
hairy, or
Mhm.
like a tiny like gross one?
I think it depends. I think a lot of big ones aren't actually that like killy, right? Like they're not super murdery, you know? So like I'm cool with them if they're not like gonna hurt me. And I feel like little ones like bite you all the time. Like I've had lots of spider bites in my life.
There is something scary, strangely, about a smaller size thing
Because
because you don't know
they
where
can
it
just hide.
is.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be extremely freaky if I suddenly saw a spider the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
kind of
Don't
freak
go to
out.
Australia.
Although, then you could be like, well, I can just kill this with like a gun.
Sure.
Not that I have a
Yeah,
gun,
bigger
but
target.
you could just shoot it.
Uh-huh. I would just kind of move out. Just be like,
Fair.
it's your place now.
Sure.
You've earned it. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about spiders. I don't know if it's like a genetic thing where like us as like you know how we're like supposed to not like snakes because we've just
Yeah.
like developed to like have an innate fear of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that like a thing for spiders as well, or is it like a social thing where we've just like if we didn't grow up fearing spiders, would we still be afraid of them, or would they be
That's
like any other
interesting.
bug?
That's
I
interesting.
I think if there is that kind of innate fear of snakes, it would probably make sense. The same like evolutionary theory would make sense to also be scared of spiders for the exact same reasons.
Yeah.
Like you don't necessarily know where they are and they could kill you, and so it's kind of freaky
Yeah.
when I don't know you see or hear them.
Uh-huh. I think um I think there's like a natural discomfort, but maybe not a natural fear. Because like if you think about it with like most bugs, like there's like a natural like, ew, creepy crawly, like yucky kind of thing, you know? But it's not like, oh no, an ant. You know? It's like but you're still a little grossed out by seeing an ant, like where you're not supposed to see an ant. Um
Yeah, I guess it's like I
yeah,
don't want to be seeing an ant, but I'm not like
right.
disgusted and feel gross
Yeah,
once you see it, unless you have like a phobia of it.
sure. But so I think that it's probably like that with spiders, where it's like there's a natural like ew, but not a natural ah. I don't know if that makes sense.
Maybe there's a natural ew that has by society been turned into an ah.
I think yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ugh.
Um, a quick ant story. My
Oh my god.
sister was really scared of ants, but she was also
Sure.
like kind of mean to them. So she saw an ant hill and she was like, I'm gonna step on it. Like, take that, ants.
Bad idea.
She was little too. She was like maybe like 6 or 7.
Uh
She
huh.
like steps in it, and because she's so little, that's like half her foot already, like half her leg.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
start crawling up her
Ugh.
little dress, just
Ugh.
entire body.
That's
Mm-mm.
She never
horrifying.
destroyed another anthill though, so
Yeah. I so that's something that I find really interesting is it's like one ant, who cares? A lot of ants? Absolutely not. Like
Yes. Yeah. Although
yeah.
I feel like, especially with ants, if you see one ant, there's a lot more somewhere.
Yeah, like around, sure. Yeah.
I prefer like the really tiny ants though. Like a big ant just makes me feel gross.
Yeah, they shouldn't be that big. What are they doing? Why do they need that?
But like yeah, like we said, tinier spiders feel weirder than like a bigger
Hmm.
spider. So
Absolutely. So, okay, do you guys judge people who have spiders? Not to like call it your cousin, but like, is that like whenever someone's like, "Oh, I have like spiders for a pet," or like snakes for a pet, is there like part of you that's like, "Huh, you're weird," or is
I
it
don't know
like,
if it's
do you try
necessarily
to fight that?
weird. Maybe there's a little bit of like, that's strange, but I feel like it's a very good indicator of what type of person they are,
Oh
which
yeah.
might not. I feel this more for snakes than spiders. It might not necessarily be
Mhm.
a person that you'd want to associate with, but not saying
Sure.
always. But they're like character choices, like I want a snake. Maybe there's something suspicious there, but
Right.
just the fact that they have one alone, not indicative
Uh-huh.
of personality. I don't know. Have whatever pets you want.
Yeah.
Margot, you?
I think I'm like torn because it's like I think that like lizards and birds are just as like weird as, in the sense of like rarity. Like I don't know many people who have lizards or birds either, but I don't judge them at all. I'm like, you got a lizard, that's awesome, or like you've got a bird, that's so fun. But like as soon as someone's like you got a spider or a snake, I'm like, that's a little weird, man. Why'd you pick that one? Like out of all the things you could have, why'd you pick that one? And I try not to because I know it's not fair to them. And I know some people just love them and they're like, you know, and I get it because people like what they like, but also, why?
Spiders,
Mhm.
not that I judge them, but I maybe don't want to go over to their house.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Snakes I think are cool. At a point I did
Okay.
want a pet snake, and then
Uh-huh.
I found out that you have to like
You have to feed them
feed
like
them.
rats. Yeah.
That's the thing that I judge.
Uh-huh.
Like cuz you have to like freeze like their
I
little
could
mouse
never.
bodies and
Yeah.
then defrost them like in your
Mm-mm.
kitchen. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to like cut their like brains open so
That's
that
disgusting.
the snake finds it
Gross.
like appealing, and that's the thing that I judge. If you enjoy
Yeah.
feeding them, I'm like,
Right. And so it's like like I couldn't have one because I couldn't feed it because I would like vomit. But like I had a friend who he had a like a little snake and it didn't eat animals. It like maybe sometimes bugs, but it was like also like a little bit more plants and everything. Like it was like a garden snake mostly.
Mhm.
Um, and its name was Basil.
That's
Um,
cute.
and I was fine with Basil when she was like in her little terrarium. I did not like it when he would try to like put Basil like on my shoulder or like have her slither up my back or anything like that. It's like
oh,
let's just have Basil be where Basil is and me where I am.
I think that'd be really cute
Separate.
though, like a little itty bitty snake just kind of hanging
Ah,
out. That's adorable.
here's my thing.
um,
I don't like it when people like force their pets on you, regardless of what
no,
pet it
yeah,
is.
yeah, that's fair. I like cats more than dogs, and that's just a fundamental fact. But a big reason that that is a fact is because dogs are like hella slobbery. And so like something that I don't like is when I'm just living like my life and a dog just like covers my hand in slobber. I'm like, that's gross, man. Wish you didn't do that. Yeah. Oh
I
man.
also think dogs smell more than cats,
They totally do. Yeah. I've
and they
met
like,
stinky cats, but they're rare.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I really don't like it. Like, I think dogs are cute. I love dogs. I don't think I
Yeah.
could own one unless I have like a big house and it can like live outside for a
Yeah.
while, not just
Yeah.
like a nonstop indoor dog.
Mhm.
Um, but I really don't like it when they get up to my face and they have dog breath and like
Yeah.
and I'm like expected to be okay with that. You know?
Right. Yeah. I all animals do have like gross breath. Like there's sometimes that my cat will like just straight up burp in my face and I'm like, I really wish you didn't do that. But it's like it's not as common. Yeah, man. One last snake story. In fifth grade in Tennessee, we had fifth grade camp, and then the next year I moved to Pennsylvania and we had sixth grade camp. And I didn't like it, but anyway, fifth grade camp. I just don't like going to camp with everyone you go to school with. I feel like that just shouldn't be a thing in
What?
America.
I really enjoy it. We did that for fifth grade as well. I mean, I got extremely sick during our camp, and it was like
I
that was like a whole day and a half of the experience was me like throwing up everywhere. But besides that, I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I think it's a blast.
I got my first ever period when we went to fifth grade camp, and so I was
Well,
like,
certainly a downer.
not fun.
Not it.
Not a great time for that to happen.
One of my teachers like knew and she like on the bus on the way there she kind of like looked at me and she was like hey like we were like getting off the bus and she's like so I hear you're a woman now and I was like why would you bring it up like this.
Did you get it like right before going on the trip or like in the middle of camp? Like what
I
was
mean no one was like around like it was definitely like just towards me that she said that
But no,
But
did you get your period like before going on the trip, or was this like
oh,
in the middle of the trip you're just out there vibing and all of a sudden?
I got it like the day before.
Okay.
And I just had to like go and be like, I guess this is my life now. Which like the first time you ever get it, it's like scary. It's like weird. You don't know what you're doing. But yeah, so that was fifth grade camp. But along with fifth grade camp, we went to the snake house, which was just a house where they had a lot of snakes, and one of
Love it.
them was Monty the Python, which I think is the best snake name there has ever been. But Monty like slithered over all of our shoulders, and I was just
That
sitting
sounds
there as
fun.
like a tiny, I wasn't tinier than I am now. I got this height in like fourth grade and I haven't changed since, but so I was like as I am now, and there's just this huge snake that's just like slithering over my shoulders, and I was like, oh, this is how I die. And I like, snake handlers freak me out because they're like fine with near death all the time. So like there was like another big like constricty snake, like the ones that like squeeze you to death. And like this guy was like showing him off and he was like, look at this. And then like the snake started like wrapping itself fully around his body and like starting to squeeze, and he just like chuckles a little bit and like pulls his head like off. And it's like, bud, that snake is not your friend. Yeah. All right. Let's do holidays. Oh man.
Wait, so does the snake or what were our last two options? Who won the animal
Oh,
round?
our last one was Tarantula and Crocodile. Who's winning?
I'm voting Tarantula.
I would rather see a crocodile than see a tarantula, so I think tarantula's scarier, and I will
Ooh,
vote
that's
tarantula.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I think I'd rather like the same. Yeah. I think I see the okay. Now I'm debating because I'd rather see a crocodile than a tarantula. But does that mean that I want crocodile to win, or does it mean that I want tarantula to win? 'Cause I think it's
I'm
scary.
voting tarantula because for it to be so tiny and
Right. And scary
yeah, and
comparatively. Yeah,
scary when like I have a higher chance of dying from a crocodile than a
for
tarantula.
sure. For sure.
Like props for
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, tarantulas win. Oh man. Okay. So now we're gonna do holidays. Let's see. I'm gonna start with stupid ones. That's gonna offend
perfect.
someone. I'm gonna start with just less celebrated ones. Okay. President's Day versus Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Labor Day. Because you actually get like the weekend for it. I was gonna say there's just like a furniture sale.
Also, socialism, baby. That's what Labor Day is
Okay.
for.
There. Labor Day versus, let's go, St. Patrick's Day.
Hmm.
All I think about for St. Patrick's Day are those like sugar cookies with the green like sugar
Oh yeah.
sprinkles on top.
Yeah.
And that is all I associate it with. And I think that's why it wins.
That's fair. I know two different people whose birthday is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I
And
knew
I just
someone
think
whose
that's
birthday
fun.
was
I
St.
know
Patrick's
someone
Day.
whose birthday. Yeah.
I love that.
That's bizarre.
Um, fair. Adam, do you have a preference?
Not really. I mean, I feel like
How to just start with lower
I
tier.
feel like Labor Day you at least get a day off, whereas St. Patrick's Day is just kind of another day.
That's
But
true.
at least
You gotta wear
St.
green.
Patrick's Day is like a celebratory day, where just Labor
Yeah.
Day is just kind of like it's Labor Day, we
No.
get the day off, but it's not like this is a fun time.
Fair.
So I guess maybe St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
I
Okay.
think green's a good color too, so
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
do
don't
like
think
green.
I've ever seen someone look bad in green. Like I think everyone looks good in green. You just gotta
even
find your shade.
gingers.
Huh?
I said even gingers.
Oh my god.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry for the ginger hate. I did not mean to do that. We love gingers.
Oh my god. Okay, St. Patrick's Day versus Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Thanksgiving is
Thanksgiving.
the popular one, but a controversial one.
I'm gonna stick with St. Patrick's Day here.
Hmm,
I've never been a fan of Thanksgiving. We've talked about this at
interesting.
length, but
We have, I'm sure, yeah. But still, a time. Why are you voting for it, Yoana?
Okay, so for the last like 6, 7 years, what we always do is we get like a bunch of Bulgarian families together and we rent like 2 ginormous houses in like Galena, Illinois.
Uh-huh.
And it's like 3 days of nonstop eating, drinking, and like
Love it.
partying and hanging out.
That sounds fantastic, yeah.
So
I will
that
say, yeah, Thanksgiving kind of, but like Friendsgiving slaps.
I like that it's socially acceptable to eat a lot of food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Like it's weird
that's
to
fair.
not eat a normal amount.
Right.
It's weird to eat. No, it is weird to eat a
Yeah.
normal amount.
Yeah, I
so
got you.
so now
You,
that we're all vegetarians here, what is
Mhm.
it? And since you guys both like Thanksgiving, but this is more a
Mhm.
Joanna question because I'm sure we talked about it Mario. But what is your go-to Thanksgiving meal then?
ooh, okay. I had this last Thanksgiving. There's these on the brand Fruffalo. It has these like buffalo wings. No, the brand is Red Roast, Field Roast, and they have Fruffalo buffalo like wings or whatever they're called.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
like that. I like with it with mashed potatoes, like green
Mhm.
beans. I just like the idea of having so much food on the table.
I can't
It
believe we
doesn't matter
replaced
what it is.
Ryan and there's still a mashed
I
potatoes
know
lover on the podcast.
we got the meat here out of there, replaced with a vegan, but we can't get rid of mashed potato love.
Adam and I hate mashed potatoes.
What?
I hate the
Yeah,
consistency.
it's same. Yeah, it's just how it is. Ugh. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a big sides girl when it comes to Thanksgiving foods. I'll just eat all the sides 'cause they all slap. That's it's just a fact. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna go with Thanksgiving too. I'm sorry, Adam.
That's fine.
But
I know a lot of people like Thanksgiving. I've just never been a fan of it. Kind of
oh,
it's
that's
nice to
fair.
also have a day off for Thanksgiving, or
Yeah,
like a week almost for
it's like
school.
half a week at least. Yeah.
Yeah, which is always fun, but
Hmm.
it's not like a fun time. You're not like,
That's
oh, I'm
fair.
so happy to have Thanksgiving break. It's like, well, I mean, days off are nice, but we're not doing anything fun with it.
That's fair. I don't know. Like I like a lot. Like my mom and I have like traditional food and everything that we'll like go for, and it's like nice. Because she's like at this point pretty much a vegetarian. I think she eats meat maybe like once every other month. And
You
so
just wear them down.
and so it's very nice because we'll just have like lots of vegetarian food. It's fun. Um, but all right, so Thanksgiving versus New Year's Eve.
New Year's
I'm
Eve.
going New Year's Eve. Yeah,
I know, Mario, you love New Year's Eve.
love New Year's
New
Eve.
Year's Eve, another one that's at least more event than Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
but another one that's like, eh. There's definitely been Thanksgivings where I have not done anything. I've just been kind of been like,
hmm.
oh, it's past midnight, cool, and then you move on to whatever you're doing.
See, that's a horrible way to do it. You gotta go all out. Oh man. How about you, Joanna?
I am gonna have to go with my Bulgarianized version of Thanksgiving. Of
Ah,
I will say, if I had the same Thanksgiving that you have,
right.
that sounds like a
Yeah, that
blast.
does sound. Yeah,
oh, it's like we've come up with our own traditions of like we go into
does.
downtown Galena and my uncle Emil like buys all the kids like candy from this candy store that we always go to. So it's like we've made it our own Thanksgiving, which
Right.
I love.
Yeah. People should do that with holidays. Um, that is at this point what I've done with New Year's Eve. Is that like it's it's its own thing, and it's so fun. Yeah. All right.
I love
So
Galena
then
too, so it'd be great to go there.
what is that?
It's like a little river town. It's got a cool like walk
It's
Okay.
strip. I don't know. Like it is like an old towny feel of like there's a main strip with a bunch of stores on the other side and it's just a fun area.
but they're all like cool like indie stores and like small businesses. So
Yeah.
it's
Love
like,
that.
and then there's just like these giant houses up in the middle of nowhere in the forest. So
Hmm.
Very cute.
It's a really beautiful area, and then a cute little
Yeah.
town right on the river.
Here. Okay. All right. New Year's Eve versus Christmas.
Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
Hmm?
Are you Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
Can we lump them into one? Do you guys do wildly different things?
I do.
Not wildly. I'd love to hear your wildly, but
Oh.
I mean, we definitely do different. We have like different traditions for what's on Christmas Day versus Christmas Eve, but
Uh,
I definitely kind of lump them together. It's not like wildly different.
yeah.
But what exciting stuff do you
Yeah.
do?
What is
Oh, okay. So, disclaimer, I am Bulgarian Orthodox, so different traditions there. For
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, we eat plant-based, so vegan, the entire day. And like
Mhm.
the dinner is very special where you make like a special like bread thing with like different stuff inside, so like a toothpick and like a bean or like a button and like a coin,
Mhm.
and each one of those symbolizes a different thing. So like the oldest person in the family like breaks apart and like gives us like a piece of bread to everyone. And so like
Yeah.
if you get the coin, it means you're gonna have like a lot of money that year.
Mhm.
If you get like, I forgot the other ones, but they all have different meanings, and it's
Yeah.
like really excited to see what you're gonna get. And
Mhm.
there's also like you have to have an odd number of dishes. So like and you're like 7, 9, 11, and it's
Mhm.
all like wildly different foods. You just like eat a bunch of food, you drink wine or like hot brandy,
Uh-huh.
but then like Christmas Day, you're supposed to eat like pork because like
Sure.
traditionally that's
Mhm.
like when you off the pig, which is when they killed my pig, so it makes me sad.
Oh my god.
But other than that, like it's just present in me being sad about my pig that they killed when I was little.
Oh no.
That sounds very depressing. I was down with all that until the end.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, that really took a turn. But fair, fair.
So I love Christmas Eve. I don't like Christmas Day.
Gotcha.
Fair.
Okay. Um, okay. Yeah. I will say that like New Year's Eve versus New Year's Day is always like wildly different. At
You
least
do
like
something for New Year's
Southern
Day?
families. Yeah, yeah. So Southern families, there's like a whole meal that you got to do on like New Year's Day. Because there is stuff with pork, there is stuff with like you have to have greens, and then you mix like pennies into it, kind of thing. And then black eyed peas is like a thing. I haven't. I'm not the. I don't know all of the meanings. I know that like obviously there's wealth, obviously there's luck, and then there's like I don't know. There's something else. I'm sure like one of them is like love of some sort. But it's been a while since I've like thought all of it through because at this point I can have like the greens obviously because that's just greens. The beans are typically made with uh some sort of pork in them. So I have to either like have a separate thing or like not eat that, and then I obviously don't eat the pork. Um, so it's a whole big tradition of mostly foods I can't eat. Um, so yeah, whole time. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like you guys are both gonna lean Christmas.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
as already stated, New Year's Day is not the craziest holiday for me. Definitely celebrated a lot, but
Yeah.
Christmas Day always celebrated, and you get gifts, so it's nice.
New Year's is the way I celebrate it is you just eat food and drink alcohol, and then
yeah.
the only thing special is we have this thing where the kids like decorate these branches with like
Oh,
popcorn and different streamers, and they go and they like hit old people on the back and say this like be
Love
healthy
that.
throughout the year. And they give them money. So when I was younger, I just like go around hitting old people on the backs and be like, "Be healthy, now give me my monies."
Oh my
Um,
god.
but
I
I
love
will
it.
go Christmassy for all the vegan food that I
Fair.
get to eat.
Yeah.
So
It does
Alrighty.
sound nice.
So then I kind of figured that would happen. So Christmas then versus Halloween, because I wanted to save like what is
Halloween.
typically the biggest.
Halloween. Love Halloween.
I know. I know you do.
Halloween's not even like a day event. Halloween is a month-long event.
Where are you at, Yoana?
Halloween might be a month-long event, but I feel like the moment Halloween ends, it's like Christmas season.
Which is annoying.
2 months.
Which yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go for all the vegan food and then the presents on Christmas Day.
That's fair. I do not wildly celebrate either. It's like very minimal celebrations for both.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really celebrate Halloween anymore, but as a kid, absolutely favorite holiday, and I love all the vibes now. I wish I could celebrate it, but
Fair.
there's not really an opportunity to unless you drink a lot, which I don't. So
Right. That's been my like past 3 Halloweens. Where it's just been like going to a party and everything.
yeah,
Which
and
is
I mean,
fine.
COVID, obviously, I'm not going to go to a party
Yeah.
now, so
Yeah. That's
it's
fair.
not really a. It's sad that I don't get to celebrate it, but I mean, I trick or treated all throughout high school, so I love Halloween.
Really?
hmm
I don't think I did past elementary school. Like
I'm sorry. That
I
sucks.
think
You were
okay.
deprived. Jeez. Didn't realize you had such a sad childhood. That's awful.
No, that's when it started like being Halloween parties and not like trick or treating. I don't know.
Everyone I knew, well, I think Halloween parties started happening in like high school, but it definitely throughout middle school, every single person I knew trick or treated, and then even
To be
probably
clear
freshman
though,
year of high school as well.
I believe that. To be clear, I did for middle school and high school live in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which they would always have like the celebration of Halloween on like the last like Thursday, either before Halloween or the last Thursday in October. Um, and because like it was a safer thing to do. I don't know. It was a tiny town and it was a religious town and it was people who were like, let's make sure these kids aren't up to shenanigans. And so it
Weird.
just like by the time I went there, it was just parties.
what was your guys' best Halloween costume and worst Halloween costume?
I've definitely had a lot of not great ones. Not a lot of effort was thrown in for a lot of mine. So I don't know if I even have a best. When I was little, my mom would hand make me ones, but when I was like
Wow.
1 and 2,
Yeah.
maybe up to like 5, but I don't know. So those were super cool looking back. Everything I did or came up with myself, not great.
I think the one that I put the least effort into was like a Kimpossible thing because it was like a last minute. I have green pants and a black shirt. We'll count it kind of thing. And then ones that I was more proud of. For like a long stretch, I would only go as like DC characters. I think the best one was Black Canary because I had that outfit like completely down. And then I like sewed together like steampunk Poison Ivy for freshman year of high school, and that one I was really proud of.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, how about you, Yoana?
I did have my friend and I watched the movie Let's Be Cops, so we dressed up as cops, like matching costumes one year,
Oh
and
my
I thought
God.
that was cute.
Yeah.
I did a the last Halloween costume I did was the vampire one, which was
Mhm.
just me wearing my regular clothes, but like
Right.
I had like really good makeup that my friend did.
Mhm.
So I was proud of that. The worst, I would say like it's cringy. My friend and I were doing Danny and Sandy, and because I was taller and had short hair, I had to be Danny. And my friend ended up being really late to us trick or treating. So I just like people were very confused by why I was looking like that. They're like, "What are you supposed to be?" I was like, "I'm Danny." They're like,
Oh
"Who?"
no.
Um
Oh man.
So that was a rough costume. It was me just
Uh-huh.
wearing my friend's brother's clothes and the fact that I
Love
had
that.
short hair.
Oh man, fair enough. Yeah. All right. Um, I think I lean Halloween just because that is like you can do stuff with it. I'm sorry. Alrighty. Okay, well Halloween wins. And we have some other topics that we'll do on a different episode. It'll be fun. It'll be good. Yeah, let's talk about what rained on our parade. What rained on y'all's parade?
I have a super easy one. I had a flat tire yesterday, which was horrible. I mean, not like flat. There was still pressure in it, but there was a screw that got lodged in, so I had to
No.
take it to like a tire place and get a patch in to get it all fixed. And it was very much kind of day ruining.
Yeah.
Got the indicator, and I have a tire that leaks air because this happened previously where a screw got in there and they patched it and they did a bad job. So I get the indicator like once every couple months. So nothing that needs to get like repaired, but it means I kind of expect this to happen. So when the indicator came on, I was like, gotta fill up that stupid tire again. And then it wasn't making the indicator go away. And I finally like parked somewhere and saw the screw, and I was like, I've been driving on this for like 20 minutes. It was so bad.
Oh man. Fair.
But they fixed it way faster than I thought they would for just randomly showing up to a pretty busy tire place on a Saturday.
Yeah. We'll take it. That's nice. Yeah.
But definitely day ruining of like, was not
bet,
planning
yeah.
on this happening, but this will just be
Yeah.
the majority of my time now.
Oh man. How about you? You wanna?
I fell asleep in my philosophy class once again, and I
Oh
sit in the
no.
very front row, right where the
Oh
professor
no.
lectures. And it's every Wednesday because I have my internship in the mornings, and I have Tuesday nights I have a class till 10 p.m. So like it's hard to go to bed early when like I get out of class at 10.
Yeah,
And
totally.
so Wednesdays are just the days I like can't
You're
make
sleepy.
it work. Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
And it's always awkward because I like open my eyes to him staring at me while lecturing.
No.
And I never know how to react. So the last 2 times my strategy has been to just close my eyes again to avoid the awkward staring, which makes
You
me
should just like start nodding in your sleep so that it looks like you're just really into the lecture. You're
Just
like,
really
I'm feeling this
vibing with
one.
it.
really picturing what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So
Oh, man.
I definitely have been getting some weird looks from my professor as I've been sleeping in the front row.
Gosh, yeah. That's fair. I always hate it. There's like definitely been times where I've never like completely fallen asleep, but like you know that like in between level you get to where you're
Where you
like,
like you
oh,
hear the
eyelids are heavy. Like but you're like still aware that you're somewhere kind of thing. I've gotten that like at least a good few times, especially in my morning classes.
I'll have it happen too, where you like don't even realize you close your eyes, where you're like
Yeah.
you're not asleep yet, but you close your eyes and you're still like almost dreaming instantly, and so you
Yeah.
don't even realize that you're not experiencing the thing that you're actually supposed to be, because it's still kind of trickling into whatever dream
Yeah.
or daydream or whatever you're in. That's the
Mhm.
worst. Or when
Oh,
you are just like nodding off, and so you keep like
yeah.
falling.
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
is I
That
hate
is
that where you like do that like dog thing, like
Yeah.
where you're like, "Oh, I'm awake." No.
That's the
I
worst.
always
I've had that happen a lot. You said that happened all
Yeah,
the
same.
time in high school. And I've like had someone come up to me once and like, dude, you were gone that class, and you were so entertaining because you kept like falling and waking up and then falling,
Oh no.
which was super embarrassing. But thankfully, it
Oh
doesn't happen
yeah.
anymore.
for me it always
Fair.
happens where I fall back, so I feel bad for the person behind me because I'm like, and I'm like
Oh
jumping
no.
up. I feel like that looks worse than just like the
Yeah,
fall, the
Yeah.
head
I've had
fall.
that where the person in front of me has done that, where they fall back, and I'm like, oh, gotta move my stuff back a little bit.
I always sit in the front row, so I've never had someone fall back on me. But like whenever I start getting like that, I do make a conscious effort to like lean on my hand so that way, which is probably like in retrospect, probably a bad idea. Cause like, what if I like fully just like slipped off my hand and like slammed
Just
my
slam
hand?
into the desk.
But like, I would always like lean on my hand so that it was like I wasn't gonna go like too far without like I don't know. It was an effort. Man, yeah. I think mine. Uh, I don't get headaches very often, but like a couple
Lucky.
of days ago, I like just the worst splitting headache I have had in like years. And I like did the whole thing where I like had my lights off and I felt like I was like a little gremlin because I was like, oh my god, this is painful. So that wasn't fun. I don't know why it happened. It went away after I slept for like 24 hours. And it was good. And that's life.
Sometimes you just have piercing pain in your skull and you don't know what it
Yeah.
is, and you sleep it off and you're fine.
And sometimes it's just gone and you're like, oh, okay. We're fine now.
It's the human
The
body
worst.
just does stuff like that.
It's weird.
The worst is when you have a headache and you go to bed and you think it's gonna get better and you wake up and it's worse.
Yeah.
That happened like
that's
3 times throughout the day where I
awful.
was like, I'll just take a little nap and I'll like drink some water and then take a nap and it'll be gone because that's how you get rid of things. And it never did. And it was that kind where you like whenever you drink water it like hurts. Like
Ooh.
and it was
Oh.
like what like it like hurts your head more to be like swallowing water or to like be doing anything. And it was just like this is not okay. Like I want to be done with this. Yeah, it went away, so we're fine.
That's something.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, judge things with your friends. And dolphins are worse than you think they are. Have a sunny Wednesday.
But we still ultimately picked them.
Bye.
Bye.